First, we did have some elections this past Tuesday, which I want to talk about. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, Mayor Tim Keller secured a third straight term in a runoff, defeating the Republican challenger 58-42 after a six-way general election failed to give any one candidate a majority. He becomes the first mayor in the city's history elected to 3 consecutive terms. Down in Georgia, Democrats notched another sign of momentum by flipping State House District 121, where Eric Gisler narrowly defeated Republican Dutch Guest IV, great name, by a little over a point in a gerrymandered Athens area district. Now, Gisler had lost badly just a year earlier. He credited a stronger ground game and a campaign focused on affordability, healthcare access, and cost of living pressures that appealed beyond the Democratic base. In a second special election in a heavily Republican House District 23, Democrat Scott Sanders advanced to a January 6th runoff against Republican Bill Fincher, highlighting vulnerabilities of GOP gerrymandering overreach. This was a gerrymandered district where they cut up the Athens area there in Georgia, a college town. Turned out, in this case, it bit him in the ass. Moving down to Florida, Democrat Rob Long won a special election for the Florida House District 90, capturing just over 63% of the vote. Now, this is a heavily Democratic district, but the margin marked a 7-point improvement for Democrats from last time. But the big election win this week was down in Miami, where Eileen Higgins, 59 to 41 victory in Miami's mayoral race marks a dramatic reversal in a city Democrats have not controlled since 1997 and represents a roughly 25 to 30 point swing from recent GOP wins down there. Although this race is formally nonpartisan, Republicans had dominated the office since 2008, making Higgins win a clear political break. The contest became nationalized in the final weeks, with Trump endorsing Republican Emilio Gonzalez. Now, this outcome reflects a convergence of local economic pressure and national political backlash. Higgins centered her campaign on, again, affordability, housing infrastructure, and government competence, issues that resonated in a city facing severe cost of living strains. Miami is incredibly expensive. At the same time, Trump's immigration and tariff policies proved politically toxic in a diverse, immigrant-heavy city. Now, I wanted to spend some more time on this, but we're running a little behind. But I do want to ask Chuck, we've seen Democrats outperform in virtually every election since Trump's second inauguration across wildly different regions all over the country. Is this the early signal of a broader political realignment, or is this just proof that Republicans can lose the popular mood while repeatedly remaining protected by things like maps and political calendars and structural rigging? You know, can Democrats maintain or even build on this momentum going into the midterm elections, which is when they really need to capitalize?
So I think it is kind of indicating a shift where we're seeing a rejection of the extremism that Trump and the MAGA cult have really kind of brought to bear on a lot of this. And I think, kind of to the broader point, can Democrats sustain it? I think we can, because we are centering on the idea of affordability, the real down-home things that affect everybody day after day. And the local level races, and I've said this 4 times like you're shaking a stick at, the local level races from town, county, state, the whole nine, that's where the ultimate change is happening. And that's where we're seeing the greatest successes right now. And that will start translating to the larger aspects into the national scene, into the midterm. So I believe that, I don't want to necessarily forecast anything, but I would say there is going to be a larger than average hit back for some of these things that have gone on, because people are just over it. They are tired of having everything constrained on them, especially in an economic sense. I mean, you can only squeeze somebody so hard before they scream and say, all right, enough, I'm done with this. And that's what I think it's kind of coming down to.
Yeah. We talked about this at the top of the show. Indiana, very much a bellwether, I think. If we're pushing back here, I think we may have hit the high water mark on this thing. And now is really the time to capitalize and pour resources in and take our country back.